live. Okay, I'm officially live. I kind of want to just get the link. Okay. All right, so now we just hope and pray. I remember a time when I didn't have to be looking over my shoulder when I went on YouTube or when I went into my messages. Now I have to because of everything. Because I am an idiot and a moron and a loser. Live for a minute. Okay. Okay, there we go. We are now officially live. It's out on my social media. And now we just wait for people to log in or give a rat's ass and probably not come in because they don't care. But I'm here. For the most part, I'm here. All right. So, I would say for those of you watching, but there's a grand total of 0 of you right now watching this, which is fine because I'm not expecting anything. If you're wondering if I'm doing this during the thing, I will explain. But there's a reason why I have a hair tie on my wrist. I will explain. Hopefully, when other people show up. But anyway, tonight's basically just talking about things, chatting, and some advice because I came to a crossroads in my life. Well, one of the major crossroads in my life. And I just need to make some changes. And that's what I want to talk about. Changes that need to be done, changes that I have to do, that I need to do 100% to make myself better. But beside that, it's also Friday, and I try to stream on Fridays because usually everybody's at home, but I guess nobody's around tonight. So just give me 1 sec. I gotta fix something. I gotta turn my camera down here for a minute. I'll be right back. Just something that's bugging me, and I have to adjust it, and I don't want the YouTube gods to be upset. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. There we go. It's a little better. Adjust my bra, and I didn't want the YouTube gods to think of me as like some sort of a sicko freak or something. Like, oh my god, because they go after Penny Underbust all the damn time, and I didn't need them coming after me because it's the last thing I need right now. So hopefully someone will come in and chat in the live stream. I hope. I did put it up on Twitter. I did say I was going live, and it is up on Twitter. So hopefully we'll get somebody that will come in because I really need some people to talk to. Because in all honesty, if I don't get like any views tonight, like if nobody really comes in to watch this, I'm just gonna stop streaming. Figure, screw it. It's no point me setting this up and streaming on a Friday night when I could just be exercising or watching videos and other fun shit. I'm just having a good day. Massive crossroads in my life from hell. Hey, I put it up so everybody's aware. Nobody's coming, but that's fine. Nobody ever comes. I'm used to it. I mean, I gotta get used to it anyway, because I'm not popular. I'm not impressive enough. And to be fair, no one's really gonna be watching me talk for like an hour when they could go and watch somebody play games for an hour. And I just can't get gaming set up yet. It's not that I don't want to. I want to. I want to do more fun stuff. I want to do some other stuff. I want to do things better. But I can't. And that's part of my problem in life, I guess. But hopefully I can get some views tonight. If not, like I said, this will probably be my last live stream because I'm really getting tired of talking to no one. Like 6 minutes and 9 seconds, 6:10, and still no bites on the views. Say for me to get my own link so I could send it and put it on my Discord because I don't have Discord on my laptop. So there is that. But yeah. So I could just start talking, I guess. Like not like anybody's really gonna miss anything. They can always backtrack a bit, but yeah. So like I said, I kind of came to a crossroads in my life recently, and the crossroads was basically that I needed to let go of a lot of things. My feelings, my emotions, my wanting desires, and my caring. I have always cared about people. I've cared about my friends. I've always cared about those that I have in my close circle. Like, if you're one of the people that's in my close circle, believe me, I care deeply about you. But with everything that happened to me last month and this month not shaping up any better because I really miss talking with my friend, but I have to let her go because, again, I'm a moron. Um, I just need to I just need to take a break from her. And it's painful because how do you take a break from someone that you've talked to every day for almost 2 months? Like every single day, you would just wish them a happy, you wish them, good morning, you'd send them jokes, you would wish them a good night. How do you take a break from them? Well, you have to try, find different ways, do different things. And for the most part, it's basically just that. It's just finding something else to do. For me, it's looking for new projects, new things to do. Yes, I've kind of let my mini vids video or my mini vids page slip. I won't lie about that. I did. Um, that was my bad. And the reason I let it slip was because I really just didn't have the drive to do it. It was sort of I didn't have the drive. I didn't have the want and desire. Hey, Raptor. Welcome. You're finally catching a stream. Yep. I don't do much on the stream though. So you're not really missing anything, but tonight it's chatting and some advice if I can give it. If you're still here. Because I saw that my view thing went to 0 again. So hopefully you're still here. But it's really cool you're able to catch a stream. Again, I'm sorry if the quality sucks. My upload speed is not the world's greatest. I have the cheapest plan Verizon can offer, and that is the best I can afford, unfortunately. And that basically regulates what I can get. I'm not the richest person in the world, and unfortunately, it does cost me money. The phone and internet are not free. There's a government subsidy or program that I could actually go on, and I should really look into it. That can help me get my internet, get some off of my internet, which would really help. But again, I had to look into it, and the person that I would really like to help me look into this stuff doesn't want to get up off her fat ass to help me look. But yes, you're finally catching a stream. you're not really missing much. Well, the thing is, you don't really miss much because I don't do that much. Like most streamers would play games or like show off something cool. I don't have that. Unless you want to see my manga collection. I am more than willing to show off my manga collection. It's right over here, buried underneath this box. I could show off my manga collection. I might actually do. But yeah, it's just yeah. Hopefully you're still here. But yeah, it's just I'm hoping more people come. I did put it up on Discord and sorry, I put it up on my Discord server and everything else. Wow. I actually well, first off, you have my sympathy. Wow. I actually don't have to do that. The only time I have to call my phone company to complain about my internet is if it goes out or if I'm having an issue with it. Like I can't connect and I troubleshot this thing to hell. And the last time I had to do that was last year. It would have been wait, last year? No, 2021. I had to do it in 2021 because the internet was in my grandfather's name and he passed away, but my mom and I are still living here yet. So we needed the internet. We put it into one of our names so they wouldn't just say, hey, this person's deceased. They can't be on the bill anymore. So I called the phone company, said, hey, I need the name on the account changed to this. Is that possible? They're like, oh yeah, no problem. It'll just change the name. You'll have to do this, that. It's cool. But all of a sudden we had no internet. And I'm calling them up and they're like, oh, well, blah, 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 this and that. They're telling me that, a new customer. I'm like, I'm not a new customer. I said, it's the same account. I said, we just needed to change the name on the account. That's all we needed. 6 days, we had no internet. Finally, it was a Tuesday. I remember this. It was a Tuesday afternoon. I called up the phone company because they were supposed to have somebody come out to hook us up Wednesday morning. And I'm calling them up Tuesday and I'm like, I'm just calling to make sure this is still happening tomorrow and blah, blah, blah. And the person goes, well, I don't understand why they did this to you. You have everything's hooked up. Everything's been there. Why did they do this to you? I said, I don't know. So like, we'll fix this. Within like an hour and a half, I had internet back. And the lady goes, I don't know why they did that to you. They should not have done that to you. And I was like, I don't know why they did it to me either. It pissed me off. I didn't know either. But oh yeah, she's like, she did not understand that. Well, that makes sense. You can't really lose customers because the price goes up. But see, I have it through my phone company. So because we still have a landline, because when and my mom and I have noticed this, like if there's a nasty storm that comes around our area, our cell phones are worthless. And our cell phones have better signal and service than most of the like the main ones, like ironically Verizon, T-Mobile, and ones like that. Our cell phones, we have track phone. Our phones actually get better signal in places that the other ones are dead. The thing is, if a storm comes through and knocks out power, our phones are worthless. Like our cell phones are completely worthless because nobody yeah, because nobody can't connect. So we have the landline just in case. That's the only reason why we still have it. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I actually had thought about changing internet providers, but there's only unfortunately where I live, there's only two options. I could either have Verizon, which is who I have, or Service Electric, which is a cable company. And unfortunately, the cable one, you have to have the cable, and I don't want cable. We got rid of cable because it got too expensive. Even having their $20 a month package just to get internet would be a pain in the ass. I'm like, unless they can guarantee, oh yeah, you can still have, the speed's going to be better and you're actually going to get, this and that. It's not worth it in my opinion. And I was like, so do we just endure this crap? Or I'm like, I will just endure it because we're probably going to end up having to move anyway. So screw it. Since I've managed to do stuff successfully with this internet connection, and hopefully I want to try to get on Twitch to stream. Hopefully on Twitch. I just need to set up like OBS Studio or Streamlabs and really, really tweak the settings. Like, because my max upload speed is like 0.8 megabits per second on a good day. And my max download speed is like 1 megabit. That is it. So I get 0.8 upload max and 1 megabit download max. That's the cheapest I can afford. That is it. So yeah. And I constantly get stuff for like emails and stuff like that. Yeah, I tried streaming on Twitch and I kept dropping frames because I was using Twitch Studio Beta. And I was like, how are these? Because I'm like, there's got to be a way to stream on Twitch. I'm like, there are people, and excuse me, YouTube gods for saying this, but there are people in bumfuck Idaho that are Twitch streaming, growing potatoes. And come on, like there has got to be a way. There has got to be a way to stream with low internet connection with the slow upload speed, and there is. I have to do like a whole bunch of settings and stuff like that. Yeah, I've heard good things of both Streamlabs and OBS. I tried OBS. I was wanted to get into gaming with my other channel, and I thought I'll do OBS. OBS looked okay until I tried recording. Then it was a pain in the ass. Again, I didn't have much of a learning curve. I didn't know what the hell I was doing either at the time. I was still new to it. And I'm like, crap. So that didn't work. I never thought of it for streaming because I'm like, it's Twitch. I didn't think it would work. And yeah. Yep, that's what I've been looking up because there's like YouTube videos and stuff like that on how to do it. Because for OBS, the one person I watched one video and I did add it to my like so I can easily pull it up again because my history gets filled fast with YouTube videos. Like a crap ton of them get filled up fast. But yeah, I did watch a video for how to do it with OBS. I just have not tried it. Streamlabs, as I think I know I downloaded OBS. Pretty sure I still have that program yet on one of my flash drives, but I also downloaded I'm pretty sure I downloaded Streamlabs. If not, I can. But I'm just like, there's got to be a way to stream on Twitch with a low upload speed. There has to be, because I'm like, all these other people are doing it. How am I missing out on this massive stream of people and viewers? I'm like, there has got to be a way to do this. And it's just look it up and take notes and stuff like that, which I keep forgetting to do. Because every time I'm on because I usually watch YouTube on this is my tablet. Most of the time I'm watching YouTube, I'm just like laying on my bed, sitting on my floor, and I'm like, I don't think of taking notes. And then when I do think of taking notes, I completely forget, or I can't find a pencil, or I can't find a pen, or I can't find paper, which is ironic because I have paper out my ass here. Like, I have notebooks galore, and I always forget to just look for a piece of paper and start taking down notes. But yeah, I want to try to get and do Twitch because I do have a Twitch account. It was fun, but yeah. You probably did. I just keep in mind, I have a horrible memory, unfortunately, when it comes to usernames and people and questions that are like a long time ago. I will, honest to God, I will forget somebody if I don't talk to them for like a long period of time, or unless they were like a really close friend to me, I will forget them. And that is a problem for me. I have a horrible memory when it comes to certain things. Like, if you ask me for like an obscure fact, I can rattle off obscure facts like crazy. Like, if I watch something or I'm listening to something and I fall asleep, I will learn it subconsciously. And most of the time it's like, okay, this is interesting. Okay, I got this. Okay, this is understandable. And then I'm like, I'm rattling that information off like out of the blue. But ask me to remember something from like a year and a half ago, I'm gonna I'm gonna blank on it. I'm gonna blank on it because I don't remember, and that's what annoys me. But yeah, I have a few different forms. The ones I'm wearing right now are my double G cup teardrop forms, which just slide into the bra. I have a H cup set from Rainier that's gel filled like these. I have three cotton filled. I have an S cup, I have a Z cup, and I have what's left of my X cups because my X cups sadly broke on me. They ripped. They were starting to rip here, and they did rip along the back. So now it's just basically the boob part itself that I can just shove into a bra, which is nice. But I gotta find a bigger bra for it. I need to find a larger sports bra so I can actually just wear them at night, which would be nice. But yeah. Oh, I just want to let you know, just in case you see me do this. So this is a. Did you ever do that thing with the rubber band where if you think about something you're not supposed to think about, you're supposed to, you know, pull the rubber band, snap it against your wrist to not think about it, like a negative reinforcement. Like the more you do it, your brain will realize, okay, if I think about this, it equals pain. I'm kind of doing that right now because I really screwed up. It'll almost be a month too. Oh my god, it'll be a month in 5 days. Oh my god. So on the 10th, it'll have been a month. I told a really close friend of mine how I felt right as she got a girlfriend, and I'm trying to forget about her. Like I'm trying to let my feelings for her go completely. It's like anytime I think about her, I have to, and it is hurting. But this is a hair tie because I hate the rubber band thing. The hair tie is a little softer. It still hurts like hell, but the hair tie is a little softer. But yes, huge bras can be expensive unless you look online and you get them on like secondhand stores like eBay. They can be expensive. I know that you can get decent sizes through the Woman Within catalog because they have a majority. And if you hear that, I don't know what's going on with my neighbors. They're screaming and yelling again, which is fun. And they're like right by my damn window, so that's just perfect. But I did get some bras. The ones I glamorize, it's a 58K. That's the largest bra I own. That fits my Z cups just barely, but it did fit my X cups really well. Um, I do have most of the ones I have are like G cups. I have like 52 and 54 Gs, and there is an H cup that was mislabeled as a B. But the cool thing though, if you look on like secondary markets like eBay, you can find really good deals. Like somebody will have like ironically, I'll use the one that I have for an example. The it's a 50, I think it's a 54 or 52, and it's labeled as a B, but the cup size could basically fit on my head, so that's not a B in any way, shape, or form. That it was an H cup. And I got it really cheap because it was mislabeled, so it's an error. So you can find like a lot of good stuff if you know what to look for. And you know exactly where to look. Like I said, eBay, it's the place that I would go. Craigslist sometimes might have it, Let Go, but eBay is definitely the place to go. Sometimes Amazon too, but it would depend on where you want to shop. At least that's my opinion. Because, like I said, I know I have to find a bigger sports bra. I had like the largest sports bra I own is a 6X, and I wear those to work. The smallest I have is a 3X, which I wore yesterday. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull it out. I was like, oh yeah, it shouldn't affect you too. They shouldn't complain about that because yeah, it's right here anyway. Because this is not you. Because this is the smallest one I own, and this is a 3X. So, yeah, this is a 3X. This is the smallest one that I own. But, yeah. Yep. Hey, sometimes the mislabeling and the errors are the best way to get something really cheap. Yeah. Sometimes that's the best way to get stuff is like errors and mislabels. Because you're like, oh my God, I can get this really cheap. Because they just want to get rid of it. It's like, look, it's an error. We're not gonna be able to sell this for they know they're not gonna be able to sell it for wholesale. Yeah, that would be a mislabel or just a screw up. So again, well, then again, a zero, an O could be misrepresented as a zero depending on what it is. So like if it's a size, it's supposed to go like 1, 2, 3, and it's down as a zero, that could technically, or it's down as an O, that could still technically count as a zero. But for stuff like bras, like let's say it's supposed to be a D cup, but it's actually like an A cup and it's labeled as a D cup, that's a mislabel. Or it's labeled as an A cup, but it's really like an M cup. That's a mislabel. And they know, okay, we're not going to get the full amount of money that we want to get for this. We're not going to get anywhere near what the regular retail price is with the MSRP. So they'll go, we'll just sell this for what we can get. And they'll go to the secondary markets because they know that somebody somewhere will buy it. The other thing is that you're always having, especially with women's clothing. This is the one good thing about being transgender. I cannot stress this enough. Women always go through diets. It's like they will lose weight and gain weight left, right, and sideways. And I have met several different women in my life. And they're like, hey, I just lost like 50 pounds in the last year. So they got rid of some of their stuff that was designed to be really big on them. Because like, hey, if I get the smaller clothing, that keeps me wanting to keep eating healthier. And it's like me, okay, I could use some larger tops for my larger boobs. I'll pick them up really cheap. I don't mind if it's pre-owned. I'm fine with that. Ooh, yes, for stuff like that, that is definitely a screw up because that could change it tremendously. Because instead of it being an O and they put a zero, that could be a totally different model. So then you could definitely argue the price down, which is which actually is a fun thing. I love haggling. And one of the fun things with eBay is that I can actually haggle with some of the like sellers. I love when they go, "Oh, we have our best offer." I always love screwing with the best offers. Like I will lowball them first. And in all honesty, I'll go, okay, I usually have like a set price in my mind. Like, this is what I'm willing to pay for this. Like, I will look all over the listing like a good 10, 20 times. I will check every picture. I will zoom in and look at that picture. I will look for any weirdness, any, deformations, anything that just seems out of the normal, even if it's pre owned. And then I will come up in my mind with a number. And my first offer is usually about, I want to say $5 or $10 under my offer. Unless my offer's $5. And I'm just like, look, if they're trying to sell it for 20 and my offer's 5, I know I'm not going to get anywhere because they're not going to take that $5. Some of the time though, like let's say they're selling it for $10. I'm going to come at them at 4. They're going to come back at like another number or just ignore me altogether. And then I'll just go, how about we just cut it at 5? I pay you $5, you get $5. You're still paying, I still have to pay the shipping, but you don't have to deal with the item anymore. I get the item, I get it for $5. You're $5 richer, and everybody wins. You're not going to get the full amount for it, and I'm willing to explain why. But otherwise, let's do this. Because I bought a Megatron off of eBay on Black Friday a few years ago. And this was the full size. They had 2 different types for the Authentics. There was a tiny one, there was a large one. I got the large one. It's like 7 inches, I think. Yeah, 7 inches tall. The other one was only like 5 because I got that one ironically on a Black Friday too, when I used to work retail. And the other one was 7 inches, like an extra 2 or 3 inches. I was either 7 or 8, but I got it for just about $6 because the person wanted $12 for it. I was willing to pay $12 for it. And I was haggling with them left and right. Finally, I came to the point of like, look, I started off, I think it was like $4, like $4 or $5, and they came back at like 10. Oh, okay, I got it for like, that's right. I met him in the middle. I said, okay, I said, how about this? Said, you're at this much, I'm at this much. And I came up with a number that's right smack dab in the middle. I said, how about we meet in the middle at this much? and we call it a day. And they were like, yeah. All of a sudden, I got a thing back. The buyer accepted, or the seller accepted your offer. I'm like, damn right. Because we were going back and forth for like a good 10 minutes with trying to figure out our offer and sending the offer. So here's a counter offer. Okay, here's my counter offer to my counter offer. Here's my counter offer to your counter offer to my counter offer. And then finally it's like, how about we just meet in the middle? It's like, I'll come up this much, you come down this much, we meet right in the middle and we call it a day. And it worked. It was beautiful. I loved it. And I still have that Megatron to this day. It's really cool. But I mean, I have gotten some old like computer parts. I have like I have all of them right here in my drawer actually, because I was trying to make a gaming PC and I wanted to get a better graphics card on the cheap side because this computer wasn't the world's greatest. It was an old Logitech. Yeah, it is cheap in the US, depending on who you use. If you try using UPS or FedEx, it can get a little pricey, but I go for the post office. Yeah, I could understand that. See, I just use the regular post office, and they have flat rate boxes, which are usually good. Most of the time, I just keep like, I'll check their site and say, hey, yeah, I know. I know it's a pain in the ass. I remember sending something to Canada once. It cost me like I think it was about $17. This was years ago. This was a thing of Little Mermaid trading cards. And it cost me like almost a good 17 to $20 to send them. And the person I had to charge them shipping. I said, okay, I said, just to give you a heads up, I'm charging you shipping. So it's not free shipping because I have to ship it out of the country. And it was kind of after that, I'm like, I'm not going to do international shipping unless I unless I know for a fact it's actually going to sell for a decent price. I'm not doing international shipping because it is a pain in the ass to get those custom labels done. Because it was the first time I ever had to fill one out. I had my mom help me with it because she had sent stuff to people she knew, like letters and that overseas. And I was like, I don't understand how to do this. And we're figuring it out, figuring it out, figuring it out. And it's like, okay, it's done. I took it up there, handed it to the postal worker behind the counter. We're going through everything. And then finally it's like, okay, everything worked out. They got their item. Then like, I think it was about a week later, they got it. And I was just like, never again. Yeah, they are. But unfortunately, because it's leaving one country and going to another country, they consider it international, even though they're right next to each other. I mean, like I could have literally just went up to Niagara Falls, told the person, "Hey, meet me at Niagara Falls. Here you go," and then walked away. It's still considered international because it's leaving one country and going to another, regardless of how close they are. It's still considered international because domestic would be inside the country and international's outside. So if it has to travel anywhere outside the country, it's basically it's international shipping. And I'm not gonna lie, that pisses me off too. That it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg for that. It should not be a hassle. It's going to Canada. It went to Canada. That person is the luckiest one. It's the only person that has ever gotten anything I have shipped internationally. I'm like, no. I mean, I have an Etsy shop, and I only sell digital stuff on there because I'm like, look, if you live outside the US, buy it. That's fine. I don't care. You buy it. It's getting sent to you digitally. So I don't have to worry about custom forms. I don't have to worry about dealing with the postal service and their, well, is it liquid, fragile, hazardous? No, it's a pad of paper. It's a it's a notepad. I don't have to deal with that. But oh yeah, they rip you off tremendously for that. Now, granted, the postal service does have their wonderful little they do have their wonderful little system with the flat rate boxes. You can send them international. They're a little more expensive though. I'd have to actually check what their rates are for it, but it does pay to just do that if you know it's going to fit. but you still have to obey. You still have to abide by the weight restrictions. You have to abide by the um. Oh God, what the hell is it? Oh, customs forms and stuff like that. But either way, it's better than just trying to package it yourself and send it off. That is a good trade. Hey, Fortune, how you doing? Raptor, that is a good trade. I will say that. I said correction. I said bumfuck Idaho. Correction. I did mention Idaho, but I said bumfuck Idaho. I will say that for like any weird place that I don't know if it exists or not, because I live in Pennsylvania, so I have made this joke so many times. Where if I've had to send something or I am getting something, like let's say I bought something on eBay and it's in my state. I'm like, well, I don't know where this place is. It's in bumfuck Pennsylvania for all I know. But yeah, that is ironic. uh, so how's everybody doing though today? Well, I try to crack my neck a little bit. Ah, that felt all right. There we go. That worked. Oh yeah. So I picked this up at my old where I used to work at. I used to work at a Five Below, and I picked this up last week because I noticed when I'm doing this at my job, because I work in a deli now until I can find something better. When I'm doing this, my shoulder is starting to hurt. This little glowing massager is a lifesaver. I really do love this thing. This was worth the $5. Yeah, I do too. I mean, this is the funny part. I will die on this hill laughing about this joke, but this is my favorite. So there is a movie called For Richer or Poorer. It's a Tim Allen, Kirstie Alley movie where they basically are the Sextons. They're rich New Yorkers, socialites, but they're flat ass broke. So part of the movie, they wind up in an Amish community just outside of Intercourse, PA. Now, I have lived in Pennsylvania my entire life. Okay. And I am 33 years old. I have lived in PA for 33 years. I did not know there was an actual place called Intercourse, PA. And they mentioned it in the movie. I'm like, okay, that was a joke. Like, that was a good joke. Intercourse, PA. My grandfather goes and gets his atlas, brings his atlas to the living room, pages through to Pennsylvania, finds it, pulls it, points it out, puts it right in front of me, and goes, "It's right here." I'm like, "There's an actual place called Intercourse." I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of weird names in PA. We have a place called Virginsville. There's Lobakian or Loboxville. There's a whole bunch of weird places in PA named. I'm not touching that. I have remembered Canadian bacon. I have remembered Canadian bacon every time I know somebody from Canada or I talk to somebody from Canada. The first thing I think about is, okay, don't mention anything about Canadian bacon, that John Candy movie. No, just ignore it. But yes, there are two different types. I know that there are two different types of Canadians. That much I do know. Leeds, California. How about Bakersfield, California? Do they bake there? Like, do they just bake in the sun, or is there a place of bakers? There's a whole bunch of stuff. All right, are you talking? Yeah, Canadian bacon. I love the movie. The funny thing was, and I'm not even joking about this. So they had it up on. It was Tubi years ago when my grandfather was still alive. Every Saturday and Sunday we would watch movies. Him, my mom, and I. We'd sit down. We'd watch. It'd be movie time weekend. The only time we didn't do it was when my mom's classmate died, because I'm like, she's not gonna be in the mood to watch a movie this weekend. I know that, but I saw that it was up because like Friday afternoon, my grandfather went to shave. I'm like, I am going to I am going to look to see what movies are up. You can pull up a movie for this weekend. Like instead of just stumbling blindly in the dark, trying to find something, I'm gonna know about it beforehand. Lo and behold, I see Canadian Bacon. I'm like, oh, we are watching this. We are watching this movie. We are watching this movie 100%. And I'm like, I pulled the movie up and I'm like, no, I said, we're watching Canadian. I said, I've seen this movie. We're watching this movie. Because I just remember it as this John Candy movie, him, Rhea Perlman, Alan Alda's in it. It's a whole Rip Torn's in it, whole slew of people in this movie. And I'm like, we're watching this movie. And my grandfather's laughing hysterically. My mom's like, it's like, I said, I have seen this movie where John Candy tries to wage war on Canada. Oh wow, Saint X. That would be bad to have a lot of places named Saint X of Y. So you have to like have wow, that is damn. Okay, so your bio dad's a musician. Okay, I'm just curious. I mean, it, when I was a kid growing up, I used to watch Chips. There were reruns and syndication of old show called Chips, basically the California Highway Patrol. There's the Eric Estrada TV show. Well, him and Larry Wilcox, and then the other people that took over. The name and adjective. Oh God, is it like Mad Libs? You have to pick. Is it like Mad Libs, or you have to pick? It's like okay, it's Saint. I need a noun. I need a noun. Okay, now I need a verb. Oh my God. I don't mean to laugh. I find that funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's just funny to me. Uh, but no, like I was saying, I remember watching Chips and I was like, and I heard about Bakersfield. There was an episode where they're like, "Oh, we have to go to Bakersfield." Some kid was holding. Uh, he came there to try to find his adoptive parents, and he's didn't know where to find them. He's trying to get to Bakersfield, and they're like, "Bakersfield like does the whole thing." I'm like, do people just bake out there? Is it just like a place of all bakers? That's why it's called Bakersfield. I didn't understand that. St. Patrick of whatever. Oh God. Oh, that would have to be wait. Okay, so let me ask this question then, Raptor. So, does that mean that, let's say, I were to, and I want to say this nicely. I don't want to come off as condescending. So I want to say this nicely. Let's say that I were to say, "Hey, meet me at Saint, let's say Matthews of Running." And you have no idea what I'm talking about. Right? Meet me at the corner of St. Matthews and Running and something else. Would that be even weirder? I mean, St. Patrick of whatever. Oh God, I don't mean to be insensitive. I'm just. Oh, okay. It's just qualified small village. That, that would be even worse. I feel like that would be even worse. Be like, so where do you live? I live in the village of Saint Thesis of whatever. Oh my God. I feel like that would be worse. So, somehow I feel like that's worse. Like I said, I don't mean to make fun of this. I really don't. If I'm being insensitive, please tell me and I'll stop. It's just that I just kind of find it funny. See Ricky and Raw Dog. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that one. I like that. I gotta grab my. Sorry, I had to grab my surge protector here. That cord and try to pull my cord up without unplugging the damn thing. Where's that cord? There you are. Try to get my cord without unplugging it. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. Okay, Raptor. Now, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Now I will admit, now it does make some sense. Now it makes sense. So it'd be like Saint Francis of I'm trying to think. Like an actual saint. Okay, so it'd be like Saint Francis of the morning sun or something like that, in a way. Okay, I think it's kind of sad that I think I actually know that place. Like I have heard that one before. Saint Catherine de la Duquesne Carter. I thought if I mispronounced that, I apologize. I think I've heard of that place before. I think I've heard of that place. Don't quote me. I think I've heard of that place. But don't quote me. Again, my memory's not the best. So wow. So many of them that have that. Wow. Well, to be fair, I kind of feel bad for the people that live in a lot of the weird places, in a lot of the weird name places in my state. Like I said, there's a place called Virginsville. When I was a kid, and my grandfather's like, "Oh yeah, there's a place called Virginsville." I'm like, "So it's a place of all virgins?" Like, how does that work? It's like, do I have to go to Virginsville because I'm still a virgin? Or is that just where all the virgins are? I never understood that. But there are a lot of weird names in PA too. Like I said, there's Intercourse, which I did not know that was a real place. That was a real place. I did not know that. I mean, you have the usual ones like Philadelphia, there's Harrisburg, there's Pittsburgh, the main ones. There's a lot of places people mispronounce. One is called Reading. A lot of people call it Reading. There's like a huge thing with Jeopardy the one time because I think Trebek mispronounced it or the person mispronounced it. But oh yeah, there's a whole slew of weird place names in PA. So oh yeah, trust me, I get where you're coming from with that, but I feel sorry for like a lot of the people that live there. Because it's like, that's where you have to jot that down as like a mailing address. So wait a minute. There is a town named about a bass. Please tell me they do fishing there. Please tell me they do fishing there, and that it's not just a place where fish go to die. They do fishing there. They do fishing there, right? Please tell me they do fishing there. Please, please tell me they do fishing there. I'm gonna cry if that's where fish go to get canned. Oh god. Now I'm terrified. I think that's where they go to. Oh, all right, hold on. I'm gonna look that one up quick. Hold on. I'm gonna look that one up quick. Because I do have Google. I am gonna look that up. Because I swear to God, if that is where fish go to die, I'm gonna be sad. Like there is a place where fish go to die in Canada. I will be very sad about that. Okay, it's in Quebec. I get that. Okay, it is on the banks of a river. Maybe it does have to do with fish. Please let it have to do with fish. I'm literally checking Wikipedia right now. Like, I am seriously. I'm checking it right now. Well, that's true because it would be second nature to you. I mean, it's like me. I don't take, like I said, a lot of the places that I know of, I don't miss. It doesn't even think about, okay, why is it named like that? I don't think about it. But I'm actually kind of curious now. Hold on. I am literally looking this up right now. Okay, it does not have much information here, but yeah. Apparently when it was founded, the first settlers that arrived near the 1770s, they built a flour mill. They built a flour mill. The place is named after a bass. They built a flour mill. Okay. Yes, it would definitely sound. Well, I had an aunt that lived down in Georgia. And when she would come up, she always had like accent. To me, that always seemed weird. So, but that's just how she always talks. That's how they always talk down south. So I understand how, yeah, it's weird to outsiders, but to everybody else it's normal. And I get that. But yeah, that is definitely weird. Holy cow, that is weird. It's it's an entire place and it's not named after, you don't fish. It's there's a river. There's a river, but you don't fish. I don't get, oh my god. Wow. That okay, I will admit that one takes the weird name. That one takes the weird name. Without a doubt. That takes the weird name. I know that there's like in Idaho, there's Boise. There's a whole bunch of other weird places. There's Salt Lake City in Utah. There's so many. So many weird ones. But yeah, it's because that's just it. To like a lot of people, you don't understand it. But yeah, I get that. I can understand that. It sounds funny to outsiders. I understand. Believe me, I get that. I get that tremendously. Oh my god. I just can't. I'm just trying to picture that in my head, trying to learn that, and then realizing how it is, looking at the history, going, why is it? Why is this place named after a fish? I just can't. I just it's weird to me, but like you said, it's weird to outsiders. It sounds funny to anybody outside Quebec, and yes, I can officially say I am outside of Quebec, and I do find it funny. I do. I find it hilarious. So, yes, definitely is a strange, funny name. I won't lie about that. Oh my god, that is the best. Oh, oh man, that is. I'm not gonna lie, that is actually really fun. I don't know what to talk about now because I really don't know what to talk about now because I learned something new and it's sitting right in my head. Oh man. That I will admit that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Oh wow. I learned something new today. I literally learned something new. It's neat. I love it when I learn something new. So that does make me happy. Oh yeah. Oh no. Yes, and that's the problem. I do run out of stuff to talk about. That's one of my issues. Because I could come up with an idea. Because I do have a podcast on my other channel that I do a live stream for every Saturday, and I could come up with a topic. Like this week, we're going to be talking about toxic fandoms. I will forget, or we will end up going so far off of that topic in like 5 seconds, it isn't funny. Like all of a sudden, hey, we were talking about this, and now it's like, well, I don't know what we're talking about anymore because we just like completely went so far off the rails. So yeah, believe me, I get that. Oh man, do I get it? But yeah, it's bad when I run out of stuff to talk about. That's the problem. I mean, I like talking to people, especially like this. I like doing the where like people are texting and I'm talking. I love streaming like this with live chats. It's always a lot of fun because that's one of the things that I would love to do for a living is like live chat and like respond back like that. I love doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, I work in a deli. I cut meat and cheese. I screw up my shoulder doing cutting meat and cheese, which my shoulder really does hurt from that because our slicer's on an angle. And if you've ever seen like a meat slicer, it's on a damn angle. And I have to basically hold my hand like this or grab the hand. We're supposed to grab this handle here, but I end up grabbing this one here because if I grab this one here, my wrist, I start getting carpal tunnel. And it does hurt. It hurts bad. But we're supposed to do it like this. I do it like this because this is more comfortable, but it still hurts like a lot. That's why I got that vibrating massage ball to help me with my shoulder, but that it does hurt. I'm not gonna lie about that. But yeah, put my charger on. All right, there we go. Now we're charging up. See, I still have to use my laptop when I'm done, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. No, I do have to worry about that this time. So I'm like, oh, I'll just fish out my surge protector and my charger. But yeah, put up on Discord. I'm still up yet. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun okay, rephrase it. It's not a fun job because I want to get the hell out of it. I needed a job. It worked temporarily, but I want out now, please. Like I really would like out of my job now. Well, the meat already comes to us, so we don't smoke it. It already comes, so like we'll get a delivery. It'll be like the deliveries we usually get are like Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, stuff like that. It'll already come packaged. So like it comes from the main companies or whatever they get, however they get it fixed up. That's how we'll get it for our carryout case. It's just a massive pain in the neck and it hurts my shoulder to no end. Not to mention the fact that my hours vary so bad. It isn't funny. Like the only stable hour I know I work, the only day I know my start and my end time is a Tuesday. Because I told them I can't start until 4 o'clock, and I can't start. I can work till 10. So now I'm the closer on a damn Tuesday, which is starting to annoy me. Ooh, cool. Become Centennial. Neat. I know the place that I work for now, it's a big grocery store chain. They're about to have they're doing the 100-year now. Oh, that's cool. I think I've heard of them. I think I've heard of them. Yeah, that name does sound familiar. Because I know the place that I work at, because we have a break room on the second floor. So if you want to take a break, you have to go all the way up the the stairs or take the elevator if you're lazy or one of the very heavy people that work there and don't want to, use the stairs. You can take the elevator up, and basically there's a TV in there. Now you would assume it's set to like news or weather or just something entertaining to give people a chance to actually take a break and enjoy themselves. No, it's store propaganda. It's like it's pictures of happy employees that I swear are probably told pose for these pictures. You get 3 days off with pay, or you get a day off with pay or a pay raise. And you get there's like other people. They have like a video every now and then that'll play of certain things, but they're celebrating their 100th anniversary. They were founded in 1923, and this is their 100 years. And the one thing is that they're like, oh yeah, it's really cool. You can, if these walls could talk, what would they say? And I have to listen to that every time I'm in that break room because I get to work early because I factor traffic in when I go to work. It's like a good 15-20 minutes for me to get there, but I have to factor traffic in. So I'm like, okay. So I usually leave like an hour before my shift's supposed to start, and I sit there for like half an hour and wait before I can clock in. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Well, I am so tired of hearing the store propaganda. It's not even funny. Like it has gotten to my last and final nerve that it's bothering the hell out of me. It really is. But I really would love to have a work from home job that I could just get up, pull my laptop out, sit, lay in my damn bed and just work. And I didn't have to worry about, driving here, dealing with pissed off customers. I mean, if I have to deal with a pissed off customer, hey, it's through a computer screen. That's what I would love to do. Whereas I have to deal with pissed off customers. So like if I don't look happy, they think I'm giving them attitude. I had one person. This was a couple. No, it'll be it'll be a month soon actually for that too, because it'll be on the 12th. So in a week, next Friday actually, I had a customer that got uppity with me right off the bat because first off, I don't know what's on sale all the time. I really don't. Because we get the flyers go out. I don't always read the flyer because I don't shop there. I can't afford to shop where I work. Let's put it that way. I can't afford the stuff they sell. Even the cheap stuff, I can't afford. Like it's bad. But the customer's like, so what's on sale? I really don't know. Well, then what use for you? I should have just immediately walked away and had somebody else take care of him. But I'm like, nope, see this through. Person's like, I want this, I want this, I want. So I did the one thing. Then they wanted liverwurst, which is a pain in the neck to cut, by the way. So I get the liverwurst, I pull it out, I show it to them because they wanted a chunk of it. I'm like, cool. I don't have to clean the slicer then. That's perfect. I'll cut you a chunk. That's not a problem. And the person's like, well, this isn't, what's up with the color? This is weird. It's the wrapper still on it. And I'm explaining to it. I said, it's just the wrapper. They're like, well, it's weird. So then after I cut their chunk off that they wanted, then I took the wrapper off and I weighed it out. They're like, oh, you took the skin off. I'm like, no, I just took the wrapper off. It's not skin. It's just a wrapper. That's literally all it is. So I took the wrapper off. I handed them their product. Then after I weighed it out, they said, well, they wanted a third of a pound of one of our bolognas. And I said, how would you like it? And he goes, I'm like, no, I don't. And then he started in on me. He goes, well, what's with the attitude? I said, I'm not giving you attitude. I said, you said, I know. I don't know. I don't know how you want it sliced. Everybody's different. So he's really starting to get uppity with me about it. He's complaining and yelling. The assistant manager's hearing the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm not feeding gasoline into this fire. I'm literally trying to diffuse this because he's saying, no, I don't know how you want it sliced because you might want it thin. You might want it medium. You might want, it really thin. I don't know how you want it. I don't know what your preference is towards meat. I don't know. There's not a set, okay, this person comes up when they say, it's kind of this way. I don't know how you want it. Well, then that person really got uppity. I double checked the weight. They're like, yes, a third of a pound. Can't you even fucking get that right? I'm just like, slice the meat. They make them go away. And my coworker's listening to this entire thing. She's working on like a salad sandwich that she had to fix up to put out. And I'm just like, I hate this job with a passion. I hate this job with a passion. So I sliced it, weighed it out, packaged it, handed it to him. Person got really pissed off again and walked away. I'm like, okay, whatever. Repackaged up the meat, wrapped it back up, and then put it back in the cooler. And my coworker goes, if you want to take 5 minutes, I'll keep it on the counter. I was like, no, I'll handle it. It's fine. I'm fine. But I want to get out of that job. I really do not like this job. I hate it with a passion. Like when I first started, they just threw me to the wolves, and now it's, oh well, you can do this, this, and this. I don't want to do this, this, and this. I'm tired of closing every Tuesday night because there's a laundry list of stuff we have to do to close that place, and it's a pain in the ass to do. But if you say something to them, it's like, well, we don't have that many employees right now. And especially now because the one employee's out till further notice. He hurt himself and he's out till further notice. So that's not good. But yeah, so I'm probably going to end up having to pull double duty, having to handle the other side of the department, which is a hot bar. At the same time, I have to handle the deli. So like I'll have to clean that up and clean the deli up before I can even go home, which I don't know how to do that side because I was never trained to do that side. So yeah, it's kind of why I want to get the hell out of my job. Like I really want to get out of the job, like tremendously. I really want to get the hell out of there, just in general. But yeah. I don't know what to talk about. I'm like out of ideas. I spent yesterday meditating. Today I'm doing for the rest of the weekend, I'm doing my negative enforcement thing because the only hair ties I had were like really big ones and scrunchies. And I'm like, I didn't want to just use rubber bands. So when I went to the Dollar Tree today, I picked some of these up. Just regular hair bands. I'm like, hey, look, I have a whole crap ton of these now. So it's plenty to do my thing. So whenever I think of when I screwed up and I think about this, that's it. Eventually, my brain will realize that if I think about it, I will remember the pain from snapping this thing against my wrist, and I'll stop. I'll stop thinking about it, and I'll go, nope, don't think about it. 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 Which I'll be doing a lot. I can guarantee you that. But so far, the only bruises that I really have on here is because my skin's a little, like my arm's a little on the large side. So it's actually kind of just digging in a little bit, making the mark, but it's working. I only thought about my friend a few times today, but it's working for the most part, which is a good thing. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I'm out of ideas to talk about. I keep running out of stuff to talk about all the time. Oh, I keep running out of things to talk about. I don't know what to say. That's the thing. I never know what to say. Well, I mean, I was going to give some advice. Does anybody have anything they need some advice on? Like, I can't give like deep meaning advice, but I can try to give like some somber advice. Like, you need advice for how do I find something a little like filtering stuff on eBay? I can help with that. But I'm trying to give like some advice, trying to help myself because I watched a lot of self-help videos. with everything going on with me the last month, I have watched a lot of self-help videos. So there is that. Do I like self-help videos? No. Do I think they're good? No. Does it annoy me? Yes. Does YouTube bother me when it suggests videos that really aren't helping? Yes. Tremendously. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I have like no idea. Oh. Any questions, comments, concerns, things you'd like to know? Ask away at this point. I have nothing else to talk about, so ask away. Like I have no idea what to do. I'm drawing a blank here. Like I am drawing a massive blank here. Yeah, so basically there's a hot bar which serves like hot food, and that's a totally separate part of the department that I work in. So you have to be trained to handle the fryers, you have to be trained to clean the fryers, to drain the oil and stuff like that. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh yeah, you got it. Well, we had to close it out on Tuesday because this past Tuesday because the person that was supposed to come in called off. To be fair, it was a college kid. He's graduating. He probably figured, screw it, I'm done. Which, yeah, it makes perfect sense, honestly. I mean, he's done. He's not going to come in for his last few shifts, so that's fine. So we're trying to get all of that stuff done because the lady that did come in to handle it, to at least get it started, she was done. Like 5 o'clock, she wanted to be gone by 5, and she ended up leaving at 10 after 5. And I'm like, she could have at least did this, this, and this. No, she didn't want to do that. 10 after 5, she's out the door. She was gone. So my coworker and I are trying to figure out what in the hell do we do. And I'm trying to remember like the one day of training that I had for this to try to get an idea like, okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to do this, this, that. I'm like, I got the one fryer drained and the other one wouldn't even drain. I'm like, you know what? I am done with this. I'm done screwing with this. And I'm just like, forget it. I just left a note and I'm like, could not get the one fryer drained. We did what we could. It's like, that's your clue. I do not understand how to do this side of the deli. Please don't stick me at this again. But now I'm liable to be stuck doing that because the person that um would be covering is out till further notice because he got hurt, and now I don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is I am not looking forward to this coming week. I know that for a fact. That much I do know. But oh yeah, double duty. You got that one right. Because it's going to suck. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of Candy Crush here, trying to give me an idea of what to talk about. But yeah. Oh no, you got that one right. It's going to suck this week. I can feel it. Like there is a part of me that just knows it's going to blow. I just want like a better job, something I could do with computers because I'm better off with computers. I know what to do when it comes to computers. I had a nice desk job as an administrative assistant, but I got let go after 3 weeks, which really sucked. Then I was unemployed for a while, and now I'm just basically trying to find a better job because what I have blows. If that makes any sense. It does to me, but it could be worse, but it's just on top of the fact that I found out because a friend of mine was the one that helped me get the job. She's an old classmate of mine. I found out that if I would have just contacted the store like a couple months ago, I could have actually gotten the job. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mostly just stream on here for now until I can, like I said, until I can get OBS set up. Hey, I'm small too. I mean, my YouTube channel has like how many subscribers? Nobody. I have like, I think if I remember right, on my Twitch channel, I have like 2 followers. So like 2 or 3 followers. So I don't have that many people that even follow me on Twitch. So yeah, believe me, I'm small too. I want to try to do gaming on here, but not streaming it. Mostly just like I'll record the gameplay and then just upload the video. Because I have a gaming laptop, I have it set up. I just have to put my emulators on over that. Which I just have to actually get around to finishing putting all the ROMs and stuff on there. I have the emulations on there. I just want to make sure I have like my Super Nintendo one and my. Well, I know I have the GameCube 2 and Game Boy one. I want to make sure I have the DS and the Super Nintendo one because there's some Super Nintendo games I really want to play. So I found out there was an arcade port for a game that I played when I used to go to the movies all the time when I was a kid. There was a Nintendo port for it. I was like, ooh, when I found that out, I want to play that again. But I'm thinking like doing challenges in each one of my thing. Like, okay, if I can't beat this game in like one shot, I'm going to do like something weird, or I'm gonna like blah blah, or insert something here. Basically, that's sort of my idea. Whether or not it'll ever come to fruition, I don't know. See, that's the other problem that I'm having. Is that I don't know if it'll actually come to fruition or not. I both love and hate this game. Candy Crush. I both love and hate Candy Crush. I cannot get past the one level. It's pissing me off. And then, like 2 days from now, I'll be able to beat it because I'll somehow luck out. Or the random number generator will finally just go in my favor and I'll luck out. Yeah, go figure. But no, I mean, I get that you're a small streamer. Yeah, believe me, I understand that. Like I said, I'm small on here because my other channel, it's Web Designer 18. I started that back in 2016. Well, no, I started that back when I was in. I got the username back when I was in tech school, and I only put videos up on there. Originally, I started with like some audio of comedy that I did. I started that and did that like right at the height when everybody was like reviewing toys and stuff online and they were making like big news stories about it. That's when I tried putting up the comedy. And after that, it didn't really do well, and I just kind of left it sit there with no videos on it. Then I took the videos down. And in 2016, I started putting my podcast up. I did a podcast called the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast every Saturday. Like, seriously, for 5.5 years. Oh, sorry, a little over 5 years, actually. I did that podcast. And I was like, hey, I loved doing that podcast. But last October was the last episode of it because I didn't know what was going to happen, if we were still going to be able to stay here, because my uncle, who was the executive of the estate, passed away. We didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, nope, I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, I'm just going to start calling some stuff quits. And I did that with my YouTube channel. I didn't put anything new up. And then I'm like, damn. Now I started the new podcast, which I took the name from my friend who I'm doing this to forget what I did and to not think about her anymore. And yes, this actually does hurt, but that's the point of it. Negative reinforcement. But basically, now on a Saturday night, I do the worst podcast ever. Basically, we just talk about stuff, and it's a live stream podcast. I love doing that. But yeah, I mean, believe it's difficult to find content and to figure out what to do. Like I said, I want to do games. I do want to play games and record me playing them, which is kind of my idea why I have my other laptop set up to do that. But at the same time, I still have to do it. It's I never think about, okay, like today's the day I'm going to sit here, I'm going to pull my table out, I'm going to put the laptop here, I'm going to put the camera up. I don't have to worry about the microphone because the microphone on the laptop's really good. And I'm like, I am going to play this game today. Today's the day I am going to beat this game. Like, today's the day I'm going to play this, I'm going to record it, and I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel. That's going to be today. And every time I think about doing it, something interrupts me. Like, I get home from work and I'm tired. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. Or it's getting really late. Like, I try to be in bed by like 8, 9 o'clock if I have to be at work by 9 o'clock the next day, 10 o'clock at the latest. So I try my best to follow a sleep schedule because I have a hard time waking up in the morning. I really do. Like I said, it's one of the main reasons why I really want to look into finding a work from home job where I could just set my own hours. I could just be like, oh, okay, time for me to get up. Hey, I don't have to worry about anything today. Perfect. I can just get up, pull my laptop out, go to work, and then call it a day. But yeah, I'm not that lucky. All right, I think we'll probably just call this one here, though, because I have nothing else to talk about, and it's almost an hour and a half in. So it's actually par for the course. I used to do weird drinks. Like I would find like weird energy drinks and I would try them out, but I kind of don't want to do that anymore because it's what my friend does and I don't want to steal her thunder. But yep. So hope everybody can come back next week. I try to do this every Friday. I really do. You can also follow me though, to figure out if I am going to be doing it or not. I do have a Discord server, or you can follow me over on Twitter at charms_Jessica. If you go over to Twitter and follow me on there, I usually will post if I'm streaming or not, and then you can click on the link and join the fun. But till next time, bye everybody. Thank you all for hanging out and for giving me something to do. Bye.